everybody! This week we're going to talk about one of the stories that Jesus told. What are those stories that Jesus told that tell us something, that teach us something? Do you remember? Sorry, they're parables. We're going to listen to one of Jesus's parables today. The Bible tells us it's important to take care of anyone who is poor or weak or helpless. We must show them God's love and care for them in any way we can. One day, Jesus was invited to have a meal at the home of an important Pharisee. Lots of rich people were there, watching Jesus and listening to him. He told this story to the Pharisee. The man prepared a great feast. When everything was ready, he sent his servant to invite his friends to come. But everyone who was invited made excuses. The first people said, "I cannot come because I have bought a piece of land and I need to go and see it." The next person who was invited to see the feast replied, "I have bought 5 oxen and need to see if they work as a team plowing, so I cannot come." The person who was invited said he couldn't come to the feast because he had just gotten married. People were just too busy. The man was disappointed and said, "Go into the streets and lanes of the city and invite the poor, those with disabilities, and the blind to my feast. Encourage them all to come. There's plenty of room for everyone. Take care of the poor and the helpless in the world, and you will be blessed." So the beginning of this parable kind of shows us all the excuses people have for not following God, not following Jesus, not being connected with the church, not being connected with other people. All those excuses, all those reasons people say they're not doing it. And at the end, we kind of see that God and Jesus are for everybody. They invite everybody in, and all those people who are struggling, who are weary, come in and share in that feast. But all the other people who didn't feel like they needed it were also invited to the feast too. So this story shows us that God's for everyone, but we have to accept God and come to the feast ourselves. So let's go ahead and make our craft. A bright color construction paper, a piece of black or gray construction paper, scissors, and a glue stick, and a marker. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your black construction paper. I'm going to fold it in half. And I'm going to draw an arc like that. And I'm going to cut it out. Then I have a circle. Then I'm going to take my black construction paper, we'll unfold. And on one side, I'm going to draw a spoon. So a circle. On the other side, I'm going to draw a fork. There we go. There's a fork. And then I'm going to cut those out. There's my spoon, and then I'll cut out my fork. Fork's gonna be a little harder to cut out. So a cool cutting trick is to kind of turn the paper instead of turning your scissors completely. Just makes it easier to cut some of those tight corners. There we go. Then I'm going to take my bright colored paper. I'm going to glue my circle down the middle. What do you think my circle is if this is my placemat? Right, my circle's my plate here. And I'm going to glue that down. Draw a circle inside so it just looks a little bit more like a plate. And then we're going to put our spoon and our fork down. I never know which side they go on. I think the fork goes on the right and on the left and the spoon goes on the right, but I'm not positive. That's something I can never remember. Something my mom used to yell at me for a lot of times when I was a kid, when I put everything backwards. But here's my placemat. Let me adjust my camera a little bit so you can see the whole thing. So then once I have my pretty placemat, I'm going to write everyone is welcome at God's table. You can hang this up somewhere, maybe on your fridge or somewhere to remind you that everyone's welcome with God and everyone's welcome with God. So I hope you had fun this week. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you in Sunday school. Bye!